Good afternoon, good morning, good night, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, stop. I've no idea why. I'm just going to say stop. Just take it easy for a bit, innit? Is it just me? Can you see the reflection in my specs? Well, here we are. We've all made it to Freaky Friday. And it is indeed today the channel is 1. Hooray! Happy birthday to the channel. That's enough of that rubbish. Right, anyway, where are we? What are we doing? Where are we going? Where are we heading? Well, today I've decided we'll have a wee chat. Sadiq Khan squirming. Oh, he don't want to apologise, does he? But he doesn't even want to actually say what's going on and admit it in any shape or form, does he? And the BBC, is it doomed? Who knows? Time will tell. It's probably just too big an organisation to be doomed. But yes, I'm sure the way they've written things to make out Donald Trump is a bad person for actually saying that he's going to sue the BBC. Do you realise what the BBC's done? If I was Donald Trump, I'd blooming sue and all. So yeah, good afternoon, Nikki. Hope you are well on this Freaky Friday. Freaky Friday. Did you see the bit? It's the channel's first birthday today. Hooray, it got to 1 year old. That's something. That is something. So yeah, it's a funny Friday or Freaky Friday, funky Friday. It could be a lot of Fridays. But we can discuss Sadiq Khan and the BBC. Like we do. Yeah, happy first birthday to the Wizard's Words. There's a whole year of me talking and you all going, oh, give me your rake, Wiz, give me your rake. So we're doing well. And my last couple of videos been doing well as well. With John Peterson and Michaela Peterson. And what was the other one? Douglas Murray. Ooh, it's all going on. So yeah, about time I actually upload a video people could actually see. But yeah, so BBC and Sadiq Khan. What should we talk about first? Sadiq Khan. Let's get Sadiq out the way, shall we? Because he's little gremlin that he is. But let's get rid of all the advertising. I don't want to see none of that. But apparently, ladies and gents, Sadiq Khan failed 3 times to apologise to the victims of their grooming gangs during a tense exchange at the London Assembly. As you know from last time, is it Susan Hall? Didn't want to answer questions, and he's at it again. He's at it again. Literally challenged by Susan Hall on the issue. How you doing, Beats and Tapes? Hope you're well. I'll see you playing with your yo-yo again. That's one way of saying it, Nikki. Yep. Cheers, mate. I can't believe I got to the first birthday. Whee! That's got to be a good sign. The fact I'm still doing it. Go me. It's probably the longest job I've had. A year? No, not really. But yeah, Sadiq Khan is doing as usual. I don't know what is Sadiq Khan. Can't stand the bloke. Why can't he just I've never in my life known anyone get asked something and for them not even to answer it in any shape or form. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, are you for real? But it's crazy. It winds me up, it does. I've got the but yeah, I've got to put my headphone bit ready, but you should be able to hear. I'm going to share the screen. We're getting technical. This is the bit I believe.
In one of you, but I am completely appalled by the other. So, Mayor Khan, in January, I asked if we had grooming gangs.
Can you hear that? I want to make sure you can hear it, because last time I've done it and I forgot to click the little switch to actually allow the volume. Did you actually hear that? Can you hear her? That's Susan Hall. Let me know if you can hear the lady talking. Or if you can't, let me know.
You dismissed my question by saying you didn't know what I meant. What does she mean, Chair? What is she talking about?
Yep, remember that.
I have to tell you, the rape victims knew exactly what I was talking about, and actually so did most other people.
Yep.
So would you like to apologise to all those victims of the rape gangs that actually saw you dismiss this?
Chair, I'd like to begin these topics by always thinking about the victims and survivors who've been treated appallingly over many.
Remember, this bloke ain't going to apologise. Oh, it bugs me. Look, straight away, look at him. Look the way he's looking, little worm. Oh.
Many years, particularly in the northern towns, and what they want is two things. One is support, and it's very important we give them support. And I'll set out shortly some of the support we've given to victims of violence and sexual exploitation. But secondly, justice to be done as well, which is incredibly important. And I've led efforts to strengthen the protection of children and those women exploited by abuse and exploitation.
Yeah, can you?
I bet she's going to say something like, can you just apologise? Do you know what I mean? And then Mr. P getting me blooming. I watched over an hour and a half of that video because you said something about, oh, you joined about half hour in, and then you find out it's in the first 5 minutes. But I saw it. I saw David Wood. It was funny, Mr. P. You done well. You done well.
Can you just issue an apology?
Can you just issue an apology? Sadiq can't.
To those rape victims that have since phoned me. I mean, I can't tell you how many people have contacted me. Would you just like to apologise to them for pretending you didn't know what these rape gangs were?
It is really important. We're talking about an incredibly serious and emotive issue to actually clarify what is meant when it comes to grooming gangs, or in the words of the member.
He's doing it again. Oh, well, we need to clarify about grooming. We know what a grooming gang is, don't we, people? I bet every single one of you know exactly what a grooming gang is. And we got this little gremlin talking absolute rubbish.
Rape gangs. According to the national grooming.
Apologise.
There are a number of things that are meant by this. They include intrafamilial abuse. They include parent-peer abuse.
Okay, you're not doing yourself any favours here, Chair Khan. Everybody knows what I was talking about, except you, it would appear. And since you're the Police and Crime Commission, that's very embarrassing for you. I didn't stop asking questions. I asked your Deputy Mayor and never, ever got an answer, of course.
See, the man is just, can't stand the bloke. I didn't mean to make him mad. I just wanted to preach the gospel from time to time. Yeah, I think I understand where he's coming from, because obviously Islam needs to be spoken about, whereas the gospel maybe not as much or whatever. I get where he's coming from, but yeah, like, I'm going to block you. But yeah. But he did say, oh, maybe you're new here, whatever. So, you know, he gave you the benefit of the doubt, mate. But I know what you were saying. It was funny. So, I thought about it. I didn't remember how long it was. Yeah, the first 5 minutes. And I actually literally jumped to the first 30 minutes and then started playing it. Like, had I just watched it like any normal person, but after you saying like, oh, I was there, I joined it in about half an hour, I thought, oh, all right, I'll start there. That's my bad. But I watched it for over an hour and a half, so it was good watching, what was it, that Hamza and that Muslim cowboy. But yeah, he's a Weasel W anchor. That is exactly what he is, Nikki. You've got it spot on. I can't stand the bloke. I've never liked Sadiq Khan, but when you watch videos like that, how hard is it not to jump into your TV screen or your computer screen or your laptop screen or your tablet or your mobile and just grab it and oh, Sadiq Khan, you are what type thing. We'll spell it out. Tawa'ata. Caught a cold. Oh, I used to be good at catching things because I had goalkeeper gloves. Caught a goalkeeper throwing it down at the allotment the other day. Other than that, all's well. There you go. Look, he's on the allotment. He's grown his own veg. He's saving a fortune. It's all good, mate. It's educated me. I'm watching the Muslim cowboy Hamza talk rubbish about El Zut. It was funny. But anyway, where were we? Sadiq Khan. Wiz, let me know how you jump into the scenes. I want to know. What, into the screens? Oh, I wish I could, mate. I want to know if Sadiq Khan's a tuwa'ata. Oh, shame he never come in one of the doors when I was working on the pub doors. Just like, what are you throwing me out for? Sadiq, you're a gremlin. Look, 3 times he failed to apologise to the victims of grooming gangs. 3 times he failed. 3 times, ladies and gents. I mean, it's like when you're a kid, in it, and you're like, apologise, and he's not looking at the floor, looking around. Oh, I don't want to. It's embarrassing. This is a grown man. He's supposed to be the mayor of London. Oh, mate. Yeah, that's what it'd be if he was on a boat, because, you know, you get to drop it to the bottom of the ocean and leave it there for hours on end. But, oh, Sadiq, how can you be so annoying? This is it. Sarah Hall said, when I asked if we had grooming gangs in London, you dismissed my question by saying you didn't know what I meant. What does she mean, Chair? What is she talking about? I have to tell you, the rape victims knew exactly what I was talking about. And actually, so did most other people. Every other person that ever watched it knew exactly what she's on about. All at once, mouth. Get very animated, you know. Go Wiz, go Wiz. But so would you like to apologise to all those victims of the rape gangs that actually saw you dismiss this? Mr. Khan said he was thinking about the victims and survivors who have been treated appallingly over many, many years, particularly the northern towns, but didn't apologise. I'll tell you, I've had a bloke today in the comments on one of the videos going on and on and on about how Rebecca is 3 years old. I said, prove it. And then he says, going, oh, the Old Testament doesn't mention the Trinity. I said, well, it does in a not so obvious way, but it does sort of refer to it sort of. But yeah, it's obviously in the New Testament. Either what's that got to do with Rebecca? I'm telling him, like, you know, because you can look at Sahih al-Bukhari 5134, Sahih al-Bukhari 6130 or whatever it is, 6140, 6150. I can't remember. But anyway, I wrote it all down, sent that to him and he goes, that's not in the Quran. I was like, I know it's in the Hadiths. That's why I've written it like that, you plum. And then he's talking about, so I told him to come up here tonight. I said, I am live at 4:00. Come here and let's debate it live. Bring your evidence that Rebecca's free, because I've actually got a whole written out thing that actually proves that obviously Rebecca's not free, so he ain't got a leg to stand on. I said, I know you're just going to run, but I'm live. Come and debate me. So we could have a debate on here, ladies and gents, but I doubt it, because you know what they're like. As soon as a Muslim gets offered like to a proper debate, run. Comes out of absolute crap like Sadiq Khan, just lying in the messages. Can't even think what video it was, actually. Let me have a quick look so I can tell you, because you can go and actually read the comments that he leaves. And then he said, the Bible, and then he goes, but that's not in the Old Testament. I was like, but you said the Bible. Now you're talking about the Old Testament only. What an absolute melonhead. Right, the video. Oh, is that a short? Is it a short? Yes, it's a short. Proof Islam is fake. So here al-Bukhari 5134. And he started commenting on that. Like he does. Rodahan01, his name is. Just absolute rubbish he's talking, posting, or whatever you want to say. But yeah, I called him out and I said, right, come up here and debate with me, because I mean, I'm sure you guys should like listen to what he's saying and you'll have your say in the comments about it. But he's not going to turn up. I said 4:00 onwards. Come on. So anyway, No, we was just looking to get a patch for the church, be all right for the people and kids, get them something to do. A patch? Or miss something there. 30 quid a year, can't go wrong. Well, you're not talking about the BBC licence there, are you? Wish I had a green thumb. I can barely grow weeds and not the snake type, yeah. I'd like to apologise to the girl who replied to my comment the other day about D-Dot. I didn't realise it was female. Oh, yeah. Make sure you do it right in the eyes of the Lord, mate. He'll be watching. He'll be there waiting. But anyway, Mr. Khan added, and what they want is two things. One is support, and it's important we give them support. I'll set up shortly some of the support we've given to victims of violence and child exploitation. But secondly, justice to be done as well, which is incredibly important. And I've led efforts to strengthen the protection of children and those exposed by abuse and exploitation. Three things actually, mate, because everything they want an apology. Don't forget to like and subscribe, legends. Legends. Oh, I clicked the wrong button then. Sorry, geese. Now I've got to hide that so you can see that. Wahey! Is that good or what? Like, subscribe. Ding-a-ling-ling-ling. That's what I say. But where was I? Yes, don't forget to subscribe. Legends. Legends. So he said, firstly this, secondly that, and still nothing about offering an apology. And it says there, look, Mr. Khan did not offer an apology. How flippin' obvious would that be? He doesn't recognise what a grooming gang is and ask about 900 times, and now he will actually not actually apologise. The man is an embarrassment. I don't know what else I can really say about it. It just winds me up. It's like, I'm not even the mayor of London, and now I can see, like, look, for what's happened, I'm eternally sorry. The whole system, everything, it's like let you down. Victims of a heinous crime. Victims of crimes you wouldn't wish on your worst enemy. It's been absolutely awful for all those involved. We need answers. There's people that need to be held to account. I apologise wholeheartedly. There you go. Mr. Khan, it's not hard. A patch on the allotment. Whee! Of course, the Lord is watching. Yes, also, if it was a bloke, I'd have left them there, the comments, because it's saying out bad. That's all right, mate. I'll say what you like in the comments, surely. Do you know what I mean? Free speech and all that. But Miss Susan Hall persisted, saying, would you just like to apologise to them for pretending you didn't know what these rape gangs were? Sadiq, the ship's anchor, replied, it is really important. We're talking about incredibly serious and emotive issues to actually clarify what is meant when it comes to grooming gangs. Is that it again, ladies and gents? Miss Hall said, Ms. You're not doing yourself any favours here. Everybody knows what I was talking about except you, it would appear. And since you're the Police and Crime Commission, that's very embarrassing for you. It is. It's embarrassing for everyone who's watching it, thinking, how on earth did this bloke end up being the Mayor of London? Was it 2-3 times over? I didn't stop asking questions. I asked your Deputy Mayor and never ever got an answer, of course, from her. In the meantime, Yvette Cooper was asking all police forces in Britain to identify cases. But on June the 19th, he said, I choose my words carefully. There are no reported cases and also no indication of the grooming gangs that she is concerned about. Now that in itself, come on, no indication of the grooming gangs that she is concerned about. There are no reported cases. Wow, Sadiq Khan has reached an all-time low. This is the Muslim Islam mentality. Just lie, basically. Oh. Let me know in the comments if this is winding you up, is winding me up. I mean, how can you say that? We know everything about the grooming gangs. There's no cases and no indication of the grooming gangs that you're actually concerned about. What planet is Sadiq Khan on? Mr. Khan insisted it's because of my concern about people being exploited sexually that the Met Police Service embedded all the recommendations made by HMI. I doubt that, Khan. You're just trying to, like, you know, trying to justify why you're wearing a £2,000 tie or something, really. It has a child-first approach. We've had tens of thousands of officers and staff trained on this very issue. But you said there's no reported cases and no indication of the grooming gangs like Miss Hall has been saying about and concerned about. So he says all that, and then he's saying that he's done this, that, and everything else, and embedded all the recommendations. We talk it back. You're not doing very well on this, though, are you? You haven't apologised yet, unless I've missed it. On the 1st of July, you tell the London Assembly none of the cases mentioned by Cooper are in London. Yeah, this is what he's like, ladies and gents. I mean, yeah, that's exactly what he is. Disgusting. Yeah, re-immigration. Yeah, blooming does. Sadiq Khan's appearance at the London Assembly comes after weeks of scrutiny regarding grooming gangs in the capital, which he's denying. This morning, it was revealed that former Prime Minister Boris Johnson raised concerns about a group in Hillingdon linked to serial killer Levi Belfield while he was in 10 Downing Street. A survivor, I was going to say, don't know what I was going to say, saliva. A survivor of the alleged gang, which was outed in 2018 council report, told The Express on the weekend they were sick of screaming and shouting about it, and nothing happening because people like Khan are denying it. Stella, a songwriter and singer who claims to has seen other girls being groomed, also criticised Sadiq Khan and Mark Rowley for what she saw as their previous denial of the problem. It's nuts. This horrible, nasty little gremlin is talking out of his backside. I'm baffled as to how Sadiq Khan and Mark Rowley could have stood up there and said London didn't have grooming gangs when they've had this report about Levi Belfield's Hillingdon gang for 7 years. How could they say it? Why? She added. Oh, see, it would wind you up. Come on, let's be honest. I mean, Sadiq Khan must be like the ultimate I don't give two hoots type scenario, isn't he? There's nothing in it for him financially or to make him look good in the press. Oh, I'm not interested then. The Hillingdon case was one of 24 examples identified by an Express and My London investigation. But there's none. There's none, Sadiq Khan said, which revealed the scale of the capital's grooming gang crisis. It followed a previous expose published in October that found the Mayor of London read reports of young girls being raped in hotels by groups of men while publicly claiming there were no reports or indications of grooming gangs in the capital. Following the publication of that investigation, the Met Police said it would review 9,000 potential grooming gang cases. And that's the end of that report. My word, 9,000. But Sadiq said there's none. We saw it, ladies and gents. We saw it. Hi, Mark. Hope you're well. Did just click on that. There it goes. Poisoned and water. We deny it. It is grooming because for Islam, that's just normal behaviour. Yep. Breaking news. Donald Trump breaks silence on bombshell Epstein and Andrew emails. Ooh. Yeah, that's it, because he's protecting Islam. Exactly, 100%. Yeah, I need to get rid. Sadiq Khan's doing nothing of any purpose for anyone. It's just disgraceful. Yeah, it would, wouldn't he? He would become PM just to like really kick it in the nuts for us. Then we know we're screwed. A lot of the London mayors eventually become PM, so I'm sure it will happen sooner or later. Yeah, that's they're talking about ousting two-tier care, isn't it? Two-tier care, never here, always abroad. So, yeah, I'm with you on that one, Nicky. Yeah, God, no. Please, no. I think no one in their right mind would actually do anything in regards to Sadiq Khan to be PM. I mean, that would be, wow, that would be absolutely 100% ridiculous because we know exactly how bad that man is. But oh, I can't stand the bloke. That's one way I suppose they could ruin Labour. Well, not that they could ruin it any more than it's already ruined, I expect. But, you know, it's literally Sadiq Khan, no, just no. Supposedly London has won the best city in Europe a lot of years in a row under his leadership, even though it's a cesspit. Blimey, what's he do? Pay for it? Yeah, there's always a reason, diversity, yeah, and all that rubbish. Yeah, bang on, Mark. It's like, oh, we've got a zebra crossing, but we've done it in LGBTQI, penguin, helicopter, banana, computer, laptop, guitar, carpet ideology. I don't know where I was going with that, but you know what I'm getting at. It's just stupid, isn't it? Like, oh, because you've done that with the zebra crossing, and we love a rainbow, we love a pride flag. Yeah, right, you can win, right? Yeah, this is pathetic, absolutely pathetic. Yeah, I'm with you. I've been to London. I've worked up there, security, doing like Wembley Arena and Wembley Stadium, and or the stadium formerly known as Wembley, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's not a nice place. I think when I was there, we stopped somewhere, ran into a shop to get some like Red Bull and whatnot. And I couldn't believe the prices. I went without. I was like, I'm not paying London prices. Oh my God, what a rip-off. Even a packet of Haribo. Round here, they were at the time, they're £1. Up there, £3 for the same packet of sweets. Who come up with that idea? London is a rip-off. Just no. I've also seen a few posts about Ed Miliband being in the run for PM if Starmer gets ousted. Yes. So it's a race to the bottom still. Yeah. That apologies, I'll see you with power chat. Oh, well, you got to shoot, mate. I was just scrolling up chat soon. Have I missed anything there? Saying like you got to shoot or whatever. Don't want to get that wrong, do I? That's like, I'll see you, Whizball. I'll see you, Whizball. Yeah, Ed Miliband. I saw that a few weeks back. I was a bit like Ed Miliband. I can't stand him or his brother. They're a pair of idiots. But there's nothing about Labour that's good because, like, even that West Streeton, he's a slimy little whatever. Miliband's just like, even Lammy and all that want it like every these are the Farage boats. This is Farage. Oh, this is because of Farage. You're like, oh my God, I've never in my life heard a party make so many excuses. Oh, because of the Conservatives. Oh, because of the Oh, because of the shut up. Just shut up. Oh dear. Yeah, if we believe all that, that's ridiculous. Like global warming. Yep, we're 1% of the whole world's carbon emissions. Yep, we could actually get wiped off the planet and make no difference whatsoever. No, we have to have the most expensive gas and electric. We got to do wind power, solar panels that are made with fossil fuels in China. We got to have electric cars. No, we don't. Shut up. It's disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. But you do have to go, Mr. P. I did read that right then. Oh, all right, mate. Take it easy. Live the dream. I should be live over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, like normally, because you know whatever's going on. Jump on the old protests, whoever's out and about live, see what's going on. So yeah, It'll be good. If Miliband gets to the PM, we can expect all the costs of electricity rise. Is it even possible for it to rise more? And we already pay more than almost anywhere else. Yep, you do, Mark. I mean, we literally, I think we're most expensive in Europe, I think. Don't hold me to that, but I think I heard that somewhere. So that would make it even more ridiculous. I mean, how many times has it gone up? So, Nikki saying, see you later, bye. Have a nice evening, guys. In the past, I foolishly thought Starmer must be better than Jeremy Corbyn because I knew he's a Muslim Hamas sympathiser and want to be communist. How little I knew. Knowledge is power, Mark. I mean, a lot of people probably made that mistake because, like, Jeremy Corbyn is nasty. What he's been doing and supporting and that is just on another level, isn't it? So, yeah. So, I mean, anyone with a brain cell would have thought, you know, Starmer must be better than Jeremy Corbyn. So, you know, you wouldn't be the only one, Mark. Have you talked about how NHS workers are supposedly scared to go into areas of England flags yet? Oh, I've done that yesterday, I think. Yeah. They're saying, like, same as walking up, if they got a St. George's flag outside their house and the black or Asian NHS employee has to go in the house, they said it feels like the same as if they're walking into a sex offender's house. Who come up with that? I mean, it's ridiculous. Let us play the victim. I mean, what country do you think you're in? If the St. George's flag or the Union Jack offends you, you're in the wrong country. If I lived in Germany, say, right now, and I walked down the road and there was German flags out the window, I'd be like, oh, I think that they are proud Germans. They are showing their flag due to the times they're in. I wouldn't think, oh, are they doing that to try and oust me because I'm from England? You're like, you're in Germany. It's the German flag. I'll be like, not a problem. Wouldn't bother me. So while they're all doing this to play the victim, because they're going to try and twist this and say it's all to do with Islamophobia. That's what it'd be. But yeah, exactly. Change jobs. That's probably a good answer. I mean, it's ridiculous to say you got a flag out, or it's like going into the same house as a sex offender. Like, how on earth did you get to that analogy? It's absolutely stupid. I don't get it. And even if I worked for like the German, whatever, I don't know, ambulance service and went round, there's a German flag out there, I'll be like, oh, quick, we've got to help this person. This is a German patriot. That's it. Do you know what I mean? That's right, Nicky. Americans fly their flags constantly. They're just out because they have pride in it. But obviously, when it comes to the UK, we no, you're Islamophobic somehow. And then you're like a sex offender's house. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's so stupid. They supposedly took an oath to help anyone in need. Yeah, what's next? They can't help because of ideology or skin color or political viewpoints. Yeah, something like that. You know, you'll go in there and that. You're supporting Israel. Oh, not Palestine. Oh, no, you need to support Islamic ideology and the Islamic terrorists. You can't go around supporting Israel. Okay, we're just going to do a half-assed job with you, sir. You might die. I mean, that's the way it's going, Mark. Wouldn't surprise me. Not in the slightest. And it's dangerous. People thinking, like, you know, to hold a certain belief against you. Like, but that's all part of it. Then this has all come because they've invented that word Islamophobia. So they're going to make it, it's bad if you're Christian. It's bad if you're Jewish. Well, it is if you go by the Quran because they want everyone dead. But why is that seeping into like life? I don't get it. And this comes after all my local hospitals closed, so we could open a new one in Birmingham that cost 1 billion. Blimey! And in Birmingham, oh, you won't be going there, mate. You won't be going rush to Birmingham. Or they'll have a sign up saying, "No, do you follow Islam? Are you a Muslim? No, get out. This is our city. We've taken over." You wait, they'll be trying to say, if you go back 3,000 years, Birmingham has always been Muslim. That's what they do with Israel. Judea and Samaria in the Bible. It's the Holy Land. I give it to the Jews, says God. Oh, no. No. A Muslim has spoken. We know Palestine are the occupiers of Jewish land, but what we want to do is say the reverse. Israel are the occupiers on their own land, but don't worry about it. We've invented a flag for a country that doesn't exist. Just go with it. I mean, that's the whole mentality. It's ridiculous. So they'll probably do that with Birmingham as well, mate. A city, mostly immigrants, surrounded by towns, mostly immigrants. And now we have to travel for close to an hour on the bus if we need the hospital. Yeah. Survival rates aren't going to be all that, are they, mate? That's all in the name of Islam. Absolutely crazy. I cannot believe how much it's changed out there. William Young, welcome. What's you repeating, my man? What you got to add? I have no idea what that means, mate. Can you write it again in English? Sorry, mate, I can't read it. I'm going to be repeating up on the screen about the BBC in a minute, but we're just saying how Birmingham is going to end up with a history saying, oh, no, it's rich in Islamic history. I mean, they've not even found like any artifacts to do with Islam in Mecca or Medina, let alone Birmingham. But no, it's Birmingham. It's always been Birmingham, home of the Muslims. Get myself at it, mate. Calm down, mate. You already had a heart attack. You don't have another one. Chill out. Chill out. But yeah, write that again, please, William. In a way that I can answer it. I don't know what. I don't know what you're godding. Godding. In the name of the Lord, I am godding. But yeah, we're going to talk about the BBC now. So get in the comments about the BBC. We've just ripped Sadiq Khan a new one. Now he's squirming not to apologise. It's ridiculous. And now the BBC is awaiting a response from Donald Trump. And they actually apologised for editing the speech. Thing is, though, it's Panorama and it was Newsnight, was it not? Was it Newsnight? They've done that like a year or two before that. So they've done it twice. You can identify when the religion of peace or the religion of pieces arrived in Birmingham by looking for what year the temporary concrete barriers got installed to stop trucks and cars running people over. Yeah. It's funny because they have that here in the Portsmouth Town Centre. You go down there and both sides, they got the ones you can up and down them, obviously, to do markets. But yeah, they've had them there for quite a few years. Which is a good thing. Weird, isn't it? They won't be called town centre barriers. They'll be called barriers. And you'll be like, what? Yeah, because someone from Islam is going to drive straight through, try and run people over and kill them for no reason other than Allah Akbar. In the name of God, we kill. Said no one ever. Not even God. When's God ever said, go around killing in my name? Ever. Oh, no, but this is Islam. This is written by Satan himself. But anyway, geez, where were we? The cooperation. Yeah, sadly, Mark, you're funny. Yeah, it's true, though. The corporation said the splicing of the speech was an error of judgment. Oh, that was an error. But rejected his demands for compensation after Mr. Trump's lawyers threatened to sue the BBC for $1 billion in damages unless a retraction and apology was published. $1 billion, though. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? But how good error of judgment? That's a bit of a cheese out, isn't it? Error of judgment. Oh, we had an error of judgment. We just literally let fake news go. Earlier in the week, Mr. Trump said in an interview with Fox News that the BBC had defrauded the public over the edit. Yep, Newsnight and Panorama. I'm sure it's Newsnight as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was two. Which made it appear as if he was explicitly urging people to attack the US Capitol on January 6, 2021. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The splicing of the speech was an error in judgment. We never expected to be called out on it. I finished it for the BBC. That's basically it, isn't it? Error judgment. Error judgment is just do whatever, but that, oh. Chairman Samir Shah sent a personal letter to the White House to apologise for the editing. And for the corporation have written to the president's legal team, a BBC spokesperson said. Oh, but $1 billion. I did hear someone was saying something about offering him like 15 million compensation. I don't know if you heard that. Have you heard that? 15 million. The spokesperson added, while the BBC sincerely regrets the manner in which the video clip was edited, we strongly disagree there is a basis for a defamation claim. Well, that was the whole purpose, wasn't it? Was defamation. That was the whole purpose. That's like the BBC saying they're not biased when they're going on about, oh, we're getting all our information from Hamas. That's how retarded BBC is. This was just over Trump, but obviously election interference and all that. But they also shaped views for the Brexit vote and almost every major thing for years. Yep. And it's all coming out now, isn't it? I mean, it's the BBC is embarrassing. But I see, like, even if, like, you know, the like the BBC license fee. If you actually like watch lives, like say you're watching this live right now, you have to have a TV license for that. Apparently, I always thought, a bit naively, that I thought the TV license was literally for the BBC and anything related, but it's not. If you want to watch Netflix and they got something live on it, like, I don't know, live wrestling or live football on telly or anything like that, you still got to have a license. And I was like, well, yeah, I don't watch BBC or anything relating to the BBC. I'll just stay away from it. And I was like, well, we don't need a TV license. But apparently, if you watch a live like this, you do. Yeah, YouTube, watching a live. If you watch ITV, if you watched a live England game, say, England football game, not that they're worth watching, then, yeah, them too. You need a license. You have to have a license. It's like, we. And for Netflix and that. I never knew that. I've seen arguments on social media that the BBC can't be biased because both sides say it is biased towards the other side, which is a total bollocks. Yes, it's... How could I say they're not biased when they're taking information from Hamas, who are lying about everything, and they don't even double check it? They put their stupid adverts. No spin. We have the truth. No, that is to deliberate. Like that is the Islamic Muslim ideology. That is. They're saying that, knowing full well they're doing the opposite. The left think BBC is biased because it has reform on often. Yeah, and everyone else thinks it's biased because it is. I studied media when I was 21, and the whole point of the license was so they could remain unbiased and not favour any political party in the UK. Well, that was the idea, wasn't it? I mean, ever since it went global, the license should have been abolished. Yeah. I mean, the whole idea is to be literally unbiased, just report stuff. Unbiased on there. But I admit it, I stand with the Jews, and I will never ever stand with any Muslim or Islam in any shape or form. Not interested. They're reporting Gaza has shown favour Hamas. Yeah, because that's where they got the information from and just lied. Hamas made stuff up and told the BBC, and then the BBC reported it. Oh, Israel's done this, even though it's Hamas people that went in shooting people up. And even AI thing found over 1,000 biased or anti-Semitic statements. Yeah, that's the BBC. During Brexit, they would have one Leave guy versus 3 or 4 Remain, and they would always use terms like "come crashing out." Yeah, because they had to like big it up how bad it was going to be, and oh, it's all doom and gloom. It's really bad, but that's what they do. I mean, the BBC has actually ruined Doctor Who. Anyone still watch it? I watched one with that bloke in it. And it was all woke rubbish, and I was like, no. Doctor Who's wearing a dress, mate, as a man. I do not think so. So that's it. I'm done with Doctor Who. So I didn't watch any of that. When they talk about anyone on the right, they say far right, like Tommy, they dox him. Yeah, the far right. And if you follow Tommy Robinson, you're a thug, you're a racist, you're a fascist, you're Islamophobe. I mean, they throw it all out there. You can see it. It's disgraceful. Like telling us that we haven't got a right to follow Tommy Robinson. And if we do, they think they got the right to call us names. Like, what? Yeah, it did. The BBC's ruining everything, isn't it? Biased narratives, ruined all the programs. Do people still? What's the other one that they show? That's EastEnders. Do people still watch that? There's an Indian chairman of the BBC, Samir Shah. He's the one in charge. Oh yeah, I just mentioned him. Where did we go? Yeah, Chairman Samir Shah sent a personal letter to the White House to apologise for the editing. It was an accident. We accidentally slipped and edited it accordingly and passed it by all the other people and then aired it. Sorry about that. Little accident. Slipped. He's got to go, basically. It's always been the media trying to shape public thought, and the BBC spearheaded it. Yep. That's basically it. So that's Samir Shah, the chairman. He's got to go. I think they all do, because that other bloke's already left. So I think they all need to. The broadcaster said it will not air the Panorama episode Trump a Second Chance again, and published a retraction on the show's webpage on Thursday. It said this program was reviewed after criticism of how President Trump's 6th annual 2021 speech was edited. During that sequence, we showed excerpts taken from different parts of the speech. However, we accept that our edit unintentionally, created the impression. It was intentional, come on, that we were showing a single continuous section of the speech rather than excerpts from different points in the speech, and that this gave the mistaken impression that President Trump had made a direct call for violent action. They knew what they were doing. If no one called them up on this, they wouldn't have said anything themselves. Not in any shape or form. Unintentionally created the impression. Oh, it's an accident, mate. Sorry about that. We slipped. The BBC would like to apologise to President Trump for that error of judgment. They can do more than that, mate. Bloke, yeah, he left, didn't he? And now hopefully the chairman are going, oh, accident. Yeah, I know. Welcome, Trevor. I've not seen you're in the comments before. Hope you're well, my friend. Yes, it is a laugh my arse off moment. Accident. That's what. And now they're saying unintentionally created the impression. What? This gave the mistaken impression. Oh, they knew exactly what they'd done. If you actually splice it and put it all together to make one speech without any type of gap, type obvious, like, and then go back to it and then say something, then go back to it. They knew what they're doing. The BBC is full of it. Are we sure this isn't all coming from someone like Sadiq Khan? I'll tell you, that anyone and everyone, any BBC, the Labour, the Mayor of London, anything, it's just, everyone's talking crap. What is going on with this world? I've seen people wanting Gary Lineker to take over. That would truly be a definite. Gary Lineker, after the crap he said. I'm a Tottenham fan. I liked him as a footballer, but no. Not. He talks crap. Yeah, he's a W and also an anchor. So there you go. Even Nicky's on the ball with that. So yeah. Hello there, Trevor. Trevor Pritchard. I don't know why I'm saying it like I'm about getting on a tractor. Sorry about that, Trev. But yes, good to have you here, mate. Thank you for commenting. Anyone else who's got a point of view, get in the old chat and tell me. Tell me now. It doesn't matter if the BBC never show that Panorama episode ever again. Its only purpose was to try and stop him getting re-elected, and that time has passed. Yeah, let's face it. It was, time-sensitive piece, as we call it. Maybe that's why they're all right. We're apologised now. Job's done, so to speak. Oh, you all got your copies, but yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Time sensitive type piece, because like you say, when being voted in and then he lost his presidency, then got it back, and trying to soil his name ready for so this time he is president, but they were probably hoping that he wouldn't be because they released that. But I'm sure it was Newsnight and Panorama. You have to correct me if I'm wrong, because I swear it was Newsnight. I'm not too sure. I don't know why I'm doubting myself, but Stephen Horn, welcome. Not seen your name in the comments. The BBC is a propaganda arm of the left. Yes, it is. That's probably a good way of putting it, basically. Yeah. We've been saying this, that, and everything else about it. But yeah, basic propaganda arm of the left, 100%. Because they're all giving it about Hamas, and BBC are like, oh, what's going on in Israel? You need to ask this person, and that person. Do we? Hello, who are you? We're Hamas. Oh, no, you can tell us. You tried to genocide the Jews on October the 7th. You're all about Islamic ideology and Islamic terrorism. Tell us. We'll report that. Do you know what I mean? It's against the Jews. So, yeah. Please like and subscribe. Yep. Every time I see that, I'll do that. Ding-a-ling-ling-ling. I think just because I show that, you have to like and subscribe, because otherwise it'll be a waste of time me doing that. You know what I'm saying? But yes, but it's all good. You're all in here. Hopefully you like it and enjoy a chat. We just say it the way it is here in the chat. Have your say. I'll try and go through all the chat. So if you put anything in there, I'll hear it. We do get super chats now and again, but I do go through all the texts or as much messages as I can. I keep up or try. Pure wizard style. I haven't watched the BBC since September 2001. Blimey heck. That's precise. Trevor knows the BBC is crap. Well, that's like 24 years ago. They said Building 7 of the World Trade. Oh, yeah. But it's still standing. I still have it on VHS. Oh, we got VHS. I've got loads. I've got a big bag, bin liner full of them VHS. That's right. Yeah. They're saying about the Trade Center gone down. It was still stood up and then it fell. Yes, I remember that. I remember it well. That was weird. And they wonder why there's so-called conspiracy theories. I think even Russell Brand says whatever, and you're like, conspiracy facts, actually. Hello, all you good people. So, like Trevor seriously meant it. He said it twice. Hello, all you good people. I still feel like I'm living in a matrix and everything is corrupted and fake. Yes. Should we say it's a simulation and everything's gone wrong? There's a bug. There's a virus. The matrix is being eaten by a virus, and it's all corrupt and fake. Yeah, people are fake as well, aren't they? Have you noticed that? I don't mean like you guys. Obviously, we're the Wiz fam. We've got it going on, but like people like Keir Starmer, fake. Lammy, fake. Sadiq Khan, fake. And then we've got all the people at BBC, fake. Do you know what I mean? Like, what is going on? What happened to the good old days when people were people? It's a crazy old world. Just say it the way it is. I mean, I try to say, I bring these up on screen so you can see me reading it. It's like from this, and then when I'm giving my opinion or my view, and I'll try to give it as honestly as I can, and I'll say whatever. We might even come across things that, I agree with, you disagree with, or vice versa. But that's all part of like getting to know each other and having a good chat. And I'm more than that. I'm very, very open-minded. I'm full on wizard with that. I mean, someone says something after I've said something, and I'm like, do you know what? I think you're right, actually. I prefer your take on it. Then I will actually change my mind, because that's the way I roll. So, I'm always open to being wrong, being corrected, and being educated. That's why you guys are here, to educate me. Simple as, isn't it? So get in the chat, everyone, all of you. If you're here watching, get in the chat. Give us a hi. Come be a part of the chat and the wizard fam. But yeah, can't stand fake people. They're everywhere. That's why I've got no friends. People are just fake. They say this, say that, and they don't. I'll go out my way for people. I've done it before, and all of a sudden they disappeared. I'm like, hang on a minute. Anyway, all the politicians are having their strings pulled. Yeah, they're pulling something. Must be 10 years since I bought the BBC tax. I don't watch live TV. Now worth watching. Yeah, I'm with you on that, mate. England football's rubbish now. But what I didn't realise is you still got to have a BBC licence if you watch live streams on YouTube. I never knew that. I need to watch some Black Belt Barrister because I know he talks about it. But yeah, I didn't know that. Honestly, I said earlier, I honestly thought the BBC licence was for BBC Radio, BBC TV, BBC iPlayer, and that was it. I was very uneducated, and then I read some stuff, and I was like, well, I never knew that. But the BBC would like to apologise to President Trump for that error of judgment. Is that they just put it on their website where people don't even see it? The spokesperson added, the BBC has no plans to rebroadcast the documentary Trump A Second Chance on any BBC platform. But like we said, that's like, it's time served, isn't it? It's already done it. It was out when it needed to be out, but no one actually twigged until now. On Friday, Lisa Nandy said she is confident the BBC is dealing with the threat of legal action from Mr. Trump with the seriousness that it demands. Well, it will be when it's at stake. Because I mean, you get sued for $1 billion, that's the BBC gone. Billion broadcasting. I reckon they should get rid of the BBC, hire me, and I'll create the BBN. Then we'll have the British Broadcasting Network, and it'll be all new. That's what I suggest. Wizard on the BBN, British Broadcasting Network. And their license fee is ridiculous. I'd drop it. Like the people are paying whatever, was it 170? And they're talking about putting up to over £180 a year. I'm like, no, we want none of that. I'll drop it. Like 50 quid. That'd do. Isn't it? 50, 60 quid. That'd do for a year, wouldn't it? Being that spare, if it's the BBN. So that's what I'm saying. Stephen, I stopped watching England play when they decided to take the knee to Marxists. Yeah, I mean, putting any type of political crap into sport, even like wearing these LGBTQ helicopter penguin stupid captain bands and that, just ban all of it. Like the women wear it, the men wear it, or whatever. I'm just like, no. There's a time and a place. This is sport. This is what we watch to just forget everything. And then you're trying to make it all like, oh, we take the knee. Yeah, we take the... Stop it. That's what I say. The wizard has spoken. So, yeah, I totally get it, Steve. Totally get it. The culture secretary, apparently, told BBC Breakfast, she's probably fake and all, isn't she, Lisa Nandy? All these Labour people are. The BBC, as you know, is independent of government, and so they are having those direct discussions with the US administration and with their own lawyers. But I have been speaking daily to the chair of the board, the Director General, and other senior leadership within the BBC. What do you want, Nandy? A medal? I am confident that they're gripping this with the seriousness that it demands. Just put yeah. Well, that head in the ball. Yeah, Nandy Pandy, that's exactly what it is. Ms. Nandy Pandy added, they've consulted lawyers and they believe that there is no grounds for defamation. See, that just confuses me because just by watching it, like that was defamation of his character. Making out he's calling for violence when he wasn't. So what? Not least because the programme was not aired in the United States. No, but I bet it was online where people could watch on YouTube because there were other voices on the programme that spoke in support of the president and because he went on to win that election during which the programme was aired. That was just because it all fell in your favour. That's all that is. Do you know what I mean? Nevertheless, the senior leadership at the highest levels believe that this was a really serious editorial failing. That is the basis on which they have apologised to the president and apologised to the parliament and the public as well. Yesterday, a report said the BBC faced accusations of misleading viewers about Mr. Trump's US Capitol speech more than 2 years before the controversial Panorama edit aired. In an episode broadcast in June 2022, Newsnight all I had to do was just carry on saying my thing, sounding all confident with Panorama Newsnight, and here it is. It's confirmed it is Newsnight. And there's me going, oh, I don't know, doubting myself. See, in an episode broadcast in June 2022, Newsnight reportedly played an edit of his speech, which was similar to the one in Panorama. Oh, there's the other geezer. Tim Davie, you're sacked. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Do that to that other geezer, Samir Shah, whatever his name is. Where did I get to? Down here. A BBC spokesman said about the fresh claims reported by the Telegraph's Daily Tea podcast. The BBC holds itself to the highest editorial standards. I don't think it does somehow. This matter has been brought to our attention and we are now looking into it. Are they really, though? They're trying to push it under the... We'd apologise to Trump, push it all under the carpet, let's move on. BBC's cool. Whatever next, geez. The Panorama scandal has seen two of the BBC's most senior executives, Director General Tim Davie and News Chief Deborah Turners, quit in response. That's who you were mentioning earlier, wasn't it, Nikki? Tim Davie and Deborah Turners has quit. I think so too. And we need the Samir Shah, whatever his name is, the main director geezer. The programme, which was broadcast a week before the results of the US election in 2024, splices two clips together so that Mr. Trump is telling the crowd, we're going to walk down to the Capitol and I'll be there with you. And we fight like hell. On Monday, Mr. Shah, is it Shah? Issued an apology from the corporation over the error of judgment in the editing of the speech for the Panorama episode. An error of judgment, is that right? No, full well you're making something seem like it's been said when it's not been said. How is that an error of judgment? As soon as you see it, you'll be like, what have you done with that? Oh, we put that with that. You can't do that, mate. You're literally saying like Trump said that when he never. Like common sense would tell you that. So there's more than an error of judgment. I think what you were saying, Mark, I think it's all planned. Responding to a letter from the Culture, Media and Sport Committee, Mr. Shah said there had been more than 500 complaints since the publication of the Michael Prescott memo, which raised concerns about the Panorama episode. Yeah, you're watching live now, but sod the license. That's what I was saying. It's like lives, like even on YouTube is under the BBC license fee. I never knew that. Never knew that. Clark Ramsey, welcome. Not seen you in the chat before, but the only person that you kneel to is God, the King of Kings. There you go. Clark said it. End of scenario. Take all that, taking the knee out of football and Black Lives Matter and all that rubbish. Oh, that was terrible. Absolutely terrible. I don't know, why do they have to put all that in sport? Innit? I mean, you know, if you say sit down and watch a game of football, tennis, I know I love a bit of American football. I do not want politics in it. I want to watch sport. That's it. Gaslighting and manipulation. Yeah, that sums up like just about anyone and everyone, and anything to do with Hamas, the BBC. You bang on, Nikki. Bang on. Where did I get? I can't remember where I got to. I don't want to say the first bit, same thing. Oh, the Panorama episode was up there, wasn't it? Oh, a report from Mr. Prescott, a former external advisor to the BBC's Editorial Standards Committee, raised concerns that a speech made by Mr. Trump before the attack on the US Capitol had been selectively edited by the BBC. Mr. Shah added, we accept that the way the speech was edited did give the impression of a direct call for violent action. Yet, like it was originally done in 2022, and we are here, 3 years later, ladies and gents. So if it not been called out, no one would have said nothing. Yesterday, a Liberal Democrat leader, Sir Ed Davey, he's a muppet, said his party has written to Prime Minister to take care, calling on him to demand that Mr. Trump drop his ludicrous $1 billion lawsuit against the BBC. Oh, what? So Ed Davey has said that, so that's it then, is it? absolute, oh, he's a pillock, isn't he? Ed Davies, absolute idiot. People who wrote Lib Dem had just lost the plot. In another post on X, he said Mr. Trump wants to destroy the BBC. This is it that I was saying earlier. Literally, Trump's been like a bit of defamation, a bit of lying, a bit of just absolute making up rubbish. He's turned around and says, right, I'll sue you, which he's got every right to do. Now, this idiot Ed Davey wants to make out that Trump's the bad guy. This is the mentality of these people. Why did they give Khan a night? I have no idea, Clark. No idea. What has he ever done to help the people of London? Exactly. I agree with you, mate. 1,000,000%. Like Trump is going to listen to Starmer. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, can't see that anytime soon, can you? You're like, mate, look what you've done to your own country. And you're turning, like, even your own party's turning against you. Yeah, let me listen to you for advice. No one ever. No one listens to Keir Starmer. Not even the people listen to Keir Starmer. They want him out. But Ed Davies saying like he wants to destroy the BBC. Well, the BBC should have thought twice about doing what they've done to the clips of Donald Trump. They're trying to make he's trying to make out as if like Trump's a bad guy. That is hilarious. He's urged people to join his campaign, which is calling on the corporation to fairly balance its political news coverage all year round, not just at election time. But that's what it's supposed to do in the first place. I mean, that shouldn't even be a thing. That's what the BBC is supposed to represent. He also said that a Reform UK leader, Nigel Farage, who accused the BBC of being infected with left-wing bias, is egging him on. No, they put up a clip. What are you on about? Why is he trying to get to like Nigel Farage as egging him on? Mr. Trump is completely within his right, Mr. Davey, you pillock, to sue when someone does something like that and thinks they got away with it. Bearing in mind it's 3 years ago, the first time they done it, so they got away with it for 3 years. Oh no, Nigel Farage is egging him on. You missed the point, Mr. Davey. Sort your head out. No wonder no one votes for you. There have been reports that Reform UK has also pulled out of a BBC documentary about the political party because of the controversy over the edited speech of Mr. Trump. I think so too. I think so too. I mean, blimey, I wouldn't have nothing to do with the BBC myself. Oh, we have no idea. Money talks, I suppose. Yeah, this ain't going on there, innit? I mean, I don't get it. A knighthood for what? I am as confused as you. Every single one of you. I do not get it. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. But I don't know if you know in Russia, they're having some issues. I don't know if you've seen it in the news, but Russia are growing increasingly frustrated by Muslims praying in the middle of the street, according to reports, because they love to intimidate. It's all about the intimidation. That's what Muslims like to do. While the Muslim population in Russia continues to grow, Russian natives are growing concerned at the increased number of those choosing to pray in the middle of the streets and cause inconvenience. Don't forget, though, they got like 28 million Muslims in Russia, which is, I'm just about to read out, so I'll shut up then. It is estimated that up to 15% of the population, about 28 million, is Muslim and is now regarded as the second most popular religion in the country. Oh, there's going to be a problem there then, geez. Welcome to England. It's all about intimidation and bullying. A report by Radio Free Europe recently detailed how a bus driver in Russia's eastern city of Khabarovsk, believed to be a Central Asian migrant, was investigated as he prayed at a bus terminal while the passengers waited on his vehicle. I mean, it's all about them, isn't it? My God. The knighthood was obviously for some backroom dealings or hiding something. Yeah, probably. That's why he's, I don't know what you're on about with the grooming gangs. Can she explain what she means, please? I want a knighthood. Oh, no, I've got it. Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, I've got to keep doing what I've been told. And in return, the poisoned dwarf gets recommended for an knighthood. Yep. Yeah, highest caliber, mate. Yeah, I mean, you got the highest caliber, and then you go up one more, don't you? Then you got Ed Davey there. What an absolute idiot. So, Islam should be banned. Yep. But BANNED band, not a music band. Come on, Trevor. I do see things like that. I'll call it out, mate. I do apologise. But yeah, I've always said, you'll see it in my videos, previous videos, I say, like, you need to remove all mosques from Britain, get rid of Sharia court. Sharia law is just absolutely pathetic and evil, and get rid of Islam. And anyone that comes into our country as a Christian country, they should be asked, do you identify as a Muslim? And do you recognize Islam as your chosen religion? Yes. Right, you're not coming in. See you later. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm like. That's what I reckon it should be like. Oh, do you identify as a Muslim? Yes. You're not coming in the country. Bye. Oh, you're a follower of Islam. Yep. You need to go to Christianity, Judaism, or any other one that does not involve killing people in the name of God because it's satanic. Are you willing to do that? No. You want to stay with Islam? Yep. Right. You're not coming in the country. Get out. That's what I should be. Yep. Nikki agrees with you. Dyslexic and I love it. That's the song. Dyslexic and I love it. Dyslexic and I love it. I know what you meant by it. That's all that matters. Hey, Business Australia. Yeah, don't drive and type, mate. That'd be dangerous. Just listen. That's cars going past. Beep, beep. I'll tell you what. If you're in a car, I know what you need. I've got something for you, mate. I bet he's looking around in his car going, what's that? That's Wiz being a plum. Sorry about that, mate. Hey, hope you're well, business. Anyway, good to have you here. But it's Happy Friday. The channel is 1 year old. We've spoke about the BBC. We spoke about the worm, the gremlin, Sadiq Khan. And this is the last little bit of the chit chat for today, where I found a report saying how Russia is being infested with the Islamic ideology and they're trying to take over there as well. So I thought, yeah, let's all talk about that. Everyone get in the comments. So what a surprise, though. Like Russians, like I thought they walked through the snow at -30, completely stark bollock naked and just boosh, get out the way, Islam, boosh, boosh, boosh. Do you know what I mean? So I'm quite surprised. So, but yeah, 28 million Muslims in Russia, 15%, and we've only got 6%, which is half that, obviously, just about. Not exactly, I know, right? But yeah, who just gets off a bus and starts praying? A video released online appears to show the passengers waiting for up to 10 minutes for the bus driver to return to the bus. He was cleared of any wrongdoing as he was on a break, but the video on social media caused a stir in Russian communities. I bet he wasn't on a break, and they thought, actually, we'll say he's on a break because that way he gets out of it. Because why would you have, at any point, halfway round on your bus journeys, on your route, would you just stop for a break? No, you wouldn't. You'd do your whole round, wouldn't you? Then you'd have a break when you get back to the depot. So they're making that up. Do you know what I mean? I know, Nick, I like a good little comedy moment. Sirens, yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that, geese. But yeah, I mean, Valery Fadiev, head of Russian Presidential Council for the Development of Civil Society and Human Rights. Human rights, you don't get any of them in Islam. Said, while I'm not against Islamic prayers, I think it's pretty weird when someone on the subway rolls out a prayer mat or a minibus driver starts praying. It's weird. Like, you just don't do that. It's a time and a place. Because when they're supposed to pray like 50 times a day, oh, we haven't got time for that. And Muhammad's like, oh, okay, then 15 times a day. All right, 10 times, five times a day. Well, I'm making it up, mate. It's not God's word. I marry a 6-year-old. Believe me, what I'm saying. Said no one ever. There's something wrong with Islam. Seriously wrong. Do you reckon that was invented literally? Because obviously, like I said before, everything's got an opposite: left, right, up, down, good, bad. Then we've got religion. What you got opposite that? Islam. So, you know, Christianity, Judaism, opposite Islam, satanic. I mean, do you think God would ever allow a man to marry a 6-year-old and consummate the marriage when she's 9? He walks around covered in semen, for crying out loud. I used to have to scrape it off his clothes before prayer. Then he had that al-zut that we all know about. Then he used to sit next to a man and put his head on his lap. Who does that? Has a man ever in the history of your life that you know of sort of turn around and go, oh, let me just go and put my head in that man's lap? What? Weirdo. A warlord, and you're telling me he's a prophet? I think not. Meanwhile, a separate video was released earlier this year showing another bus driver praying in front of his vehicle. What? This Labour Party has done nothing but cause trouble since they came into power. I take it you mean what you're saying, Clark, because you say it in capitals, so you're shouting. This Labour Party has done nothing but cause trouble since they came into power. Sorry, I'm being stupid again. Another 4 years of this, and this country will be bankrupt, and I have to go to the IMF to beg for a loan. Yeah, even more. Can't even afford the loan at the moment. It's ridiculous, isn't it, from the trillions we owe? Absolutely crazy. We are doomed. The driver was advised to seek alternative, more secluded locations for religious rites to avoid causing inconvenience to others, a statement read. Like, unless you're in a mosque, what's the point of doing what's it called, mat and all this and that, and giving it all that, all got a face to the east? It's all a load of rubbish. I mean, as a Christian, you could just stand there, pray in your head and whatever, happy days. No one will probably even know you've done it. But nah, Muslims, look at me, I've got a mat, and I'm going to put it right in the middle of the motorway, and I'm going to pray now. Pathetic. 5 times a day, so there's no point getting a job. One of the roots of the population rise is believed to be Russia's need for labour from migrants originating from Uzbekistan and Tajikistan. Easy for me to say. Those who do not move are unaccustomed to life in big city and therefore may not understand why it could be seen as unusual behaviour to pray in front of a bus or on the street. Next, it's just unusual, full stop. Common sense says you know that. Does it not? Street praying is the result of a lack of mosques, particularly in major cities such as Moscow and St. Petersburg, according to worshippers. Oh, look, they're going to be doing petitions to what? Build mosques. It's downhill from there. I'm like, you're not having any. You're not having any mosques. That's why I'm not Prime Minister of the UK. All mosques would be closed because that's where all the whole ideology just festers and end up being terrorists and God knows what. We know what goes on. There are estimated to be between 7,000 and 8,000 mosques in Russia. Well, there you go. Then what more do you want? Oh my God. There's 2,500 in the UK, I think. That's 2,500 too many. But Muslims pray 5 times a day. For what? They pray to Satan 5 times a day. Why would you do that? Often during working hours. So it shows that it's just a ridiculous idea, making long trips to mosques very difficult. Don't pray 5 times a day, then. It's just bloody ridiculous. It's definitely look at me, we're special. We pray 5 times a day. You probably only pray once. What are you on about? God can hear us regardless. And when we pray, we make it count. We don't just do it 5 times a day to intimidate people. One Tajik taxi driver said he has seen migrants praying in the streets or near buildings or rubbish bins. Most of them are taxi drivers who fear they miss their prayer time if they wait until they get to a mosque. Oh my. It's just all about intimidation. That's what 5 times a day, isn't it? Oh, look at us. We're holier than thou. And they're praying to Satan. Someone's going to have to tell them one day. So you do realise, you know, your warlord prophet who raped a 9-year-old girl, sort it out. It draws attention and builds resentment towards migrants, the driver told Radio Free Europe. I respect people's right to religious freedom. I do, but Islam isn't a religion. But I think we shouldn't add fuel to hostility towards migrants by praying where it inconveniences people. Much of the frustration stems from the deadly terror attack at the Crocus City Hall in March 2024. Tragic incident saw 4 people linked to ISIS open fire at concert goers, massacring 149 people and even 609 injured. But it's a religion of peace, ladies and gents. It's a religion of peace. Maybe the religion of pieces. Central Asian migrants in particular are said to have experienced heightened police raids, deportations and general judgment and mistreatment in Russia in the aftermath of the attack. Because of this, street praying is often seen as provocative and there has been a small increase in violence against those who practice. Because you don't do it in the street. Despite this, Russian right activist Valentina Chupik has expressed her concern that the criticism is reinforcing stereotypes and potentially even fuel discrimination for the growing population of Muslims in Russia. But is Russia a Muslim country? No. A blanket ban on street praying would not be unheard of. France banned such acts in 2011 after over 1,000 Muslims lined the streets in Paris, resulting in counter-protests. Yeah, because it's all about intimidation. That's what it's all about. All about intimidation and bullying and murder and raping, sexual assaults and abusing your wives and women. They're only worth half that of a man, don't forget. So there we go. I mean, what can I say? So jump in the comments. Is there anything you want to say? I've said my bit. I've gone through all the the 3 things that I wanted to go through. We've done the BBC. We've done Sadiq Khan squirming because he won't apologise because he's a little worm. Squirmy wormy. Sadiq Khan, the little gremlin. And now with Russia, and they got a Muslim problem going on as well. Bring on the Crusades all over the world. Yep, something's going to happen. But Islam needs to be stopped because, one, it's not a religion, and 2, they're just infestations going on here, there, and everywhere. Like I say, get rid of all mosques. The one on the screen looks quite nice, doesn't it? It'd be a shame, but it's got to go. Represents terrorism, oppression, death, and a paedophile prophet. So, no. It gets a no from me. So there we have it. But that is all I needed to say today. But I will be live Saturday and Sunday. I'll probably look around 2 p.m.-ish. I think that's what I say, 2 p.m. If there's anything going on earlier, then I'll jump on earlier. But I aim for 2 p.m. on a Saturday and 2 p.m. on a Sunday. I'll see if there's any protests going on around the world, see if Louis Arrington or any of the audits are out and about doing their thing. Then we jump around a few of them, see what they're doing. Happy days. Yeah, that's all. Happy days. So thanks to every single one of you in chat. It's been an absolute pleasure. Great to have you in here, Nikki, as always. What was I going to say? Yes, I was going to say, don't forget to like and subscribe, because obviously I need all the help I can get, because due to content, I seem to get shadow banned by bloomin' YouTube a lot. So if you like and subscribe, I will be eternally grateful. Thanks to Clark Business, Nikki. Who else have we had? Mark, Trevor. I said Clark, didn't I? Mark, so it said Mark. I'll start repeating people, saying them twice. Everyone in chat, that's what I'm getting at. Even Stephen. Yep, it's been a good one. Any other ideas for any type of content that you want to see, let me know in the chat once this live's finished. Get under the video, get in the comments, any little clips or anything, because I'm looking at Douglas Murray, John Peterson, Michaela Peterson, and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, it's all good. it's all happy days. So, Harry, turds don't apologise. Very good. But yeah, so Saturday it should be around 2 p.m. unless there's anything going on. Then obviously I'll be online a bit sooner. Yeah, I think that's about it. That is about it, ladies and gents. I am said. I am done. My verbal diarrhea has come to an end. I'm sure you're pleased. So have a good evening. Take it easy. Enjoy your munch. It's got to be dinner time, isn't it? Happy days. So until 2 p.m. tomorrow, ladies and gents, for now, that is the Wizard's words.